Welcome back, everybody, to Facetious. This is episode 96, brought to you on Monday, November 6, 2017, approximately 6:06 p.m. Central Standard Time. Look, I am one of your hosts, happy to be back in front of your eyeballs and in your ears again. I am Larry, a.k.a. Bluemanrule, and I am joined, as usual, by my dude, my main Damie, the cookie chef himself, none other than Mike, a.k.a. Scarfinger, a.k.a. Real Talk. What's up, dog?
Okay, I totally started the YouTube, and then it started double playing, and I'm like, when the hell just happened here?
What up, Chase?
So first of all, what's up, son? Second of all, my nigga Turtleneck Jones, I see you, dog.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta be clean with the turtleneck, son. You gotta be clean. You know what I mean?
All you need is a little chain, not a big chain. You need a little chain.
I got a little chain. I ain't wearing a little chain today, though. I let it roll. I let it ride, dog.
A little chain, no charm. Just a little chain.
A little chain. No, man, I threw this on, man, because it's like, see, the high today was 59. The high on Wednesday is like 44.
Okay.
So I figured, you know what, man, I got to start breaking out my winter game. And you know, it's a shame when you go to your closet and you're like, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing.
So it's a new turtleneck?
No. This is an old turtleneck from last year, but it's just like man, I got like maybe three legit nice winter sweaters I could wear. Everything else, I'm too chunky, and it's a little uncomfortably tight. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really do sweaters. Like I don't really do sweaters, and to be honest, I don't really do a whole lot of long sleeves. In general, it's just not my thing. I don't do a whole lot of long sleeves. Even during the summer, I'd rather wear short sleeves and a big coat than anything else.
Right. And, you know, that's kind of how we used to roll. You know, when you used to have the starter jackets back in the day, you know what I'm saying, son? Hey.
Hey. I had the garbage one, though, because I got my starter jacket after everybody else. So, like, okay, so Here's the thing. I got my starter jacket, and I got my hockey jersey after everybody else. So I ended up with some garbage. Like, you know, my starter jacket, I had a UVA starter jacket.
All right.
I don't roll with UVA. Like, nobody roll with UVA.
Ain't you Vitek?
I mean, Virginia Tech is the only, like, you know, serviceable sports thing other than high schools in Virginia. Like, Virginia Tech is, like,
It's that one. That one.
And then like, you know, UVA is in Charlottesville. So
you're right.
And all of that happened around the campus of UVA.
So right.
There's that. And then when everybody was rocking the hockey jerseys, right?
Right. You know, black people ain't playing no hockey, but we had to have a jersey.
No, but remember, there was a stretch where it was the black college hockey jerseys.
Oh, okay. All right. You're right.
So I had a Morehouse one. I don't mess with no Morehouse. Like, what I look like messing with Morehouse?
Hey, man, you look like somebody who's seriously in need of a jersey. Like,
no, I ain't trying to mess. I ain't messing with no Morehouse. You more of a Morehouse dude than I am.
Why would you say that?
You're old clean cut.
That's what you're saying. Yeah, I ain't got no sweater vest though. I mean, that's all your boy Simpson. I mean, I might have one or two sweater vests, but I don't really wear the sweater vest.
He said, "But I don't really rock no sweater vest." I mean, I might have one or two.
I might have one or two. I can't say I really don't.
Okay, I did have two of them, but that was like years ago. And I had them. They fit. They were just right. They weren't too big, weren't too small. But of course, once I washed them, Jenks, it was over.
Yeah, see, why can't you pre-shrink sweaters like you pre-shrink jeans? You know what I'm saying?
For real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had to, I broke out the "It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to My Sweater" vest. Like, it was like,
I don't know.
All I know
is where we've been
and how you shrank
to full sizes. Look, man, yeah, it's crazy,
and then you win.
And
changed to a halter top. that I'm never going to wear.
No. All right, so he just says he likes thin sweaters. He said, but them bitches are disposable. So you know what? Look, a thin sweater.
I got a really nice thin sweater I bought a couple years ago for a holiday party, and I used that going to the holiday parties and stuff like that instead of using a suit jacket. Like, it's a really nice. Like, I got it on sale.
Mm-hmm.
I got it on sale. But you know, that thing is normally over $100, and I got it on sale for $50.
Right.
So, but that's a really nice one. I'm looking to get another one, because that joint is fire. I mean, I really dig that joint. I went to, like, I don't know, I think I was in like Men's Warehouse or something like that. I was looking for a tie to coordinate with my girl's dress.
See, my wife don't understand. It's the small things that you want to, like, y'all can't walk up in the boat looking like a plum cake. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I wasn't even like her dress was like a teal. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So my tie game is right. So I had, like, you know, it was like a gray tie.
Because it was a gray suit, predominantly gray suit. Right.
No. I wasn't wearing a suit. I was wearing my little sweater vest. I mean, my little thin sweater. And then it had a little bit. It had a little bit of pink, and it had a little bit of teal, and all that kind of stuff. But it had the teal. You know what I'm saying? Because hers was all teal, so I kind of worked it out that way. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I went looking at so many different stores looking for the right thing, and I went and I found the right thing. I found the right tie in Men's Warehouse, and you know, and then she was like, "Oh, so what you wearing?" And I told her what I was wearing, and then of course she upsold me on that sweater. I was like, I don't know, like, this sweater, man, you know what I'm saying? Your sizes don't go that big. And she was like, no, these run really big, like, these run big, like, so you should try this on. And I was like, I don't know if I should. She was like, come on. So she grabbed it and she was like, come on over here. We stood in front of the mirror. She was like, you should try this on. I tried it on. I was like, this does a kind of G. I'm gonna get this.
Like, yeah, I'm on it. Is that Bomani shirt though? That the beat up down merch?
Yes, that is my beat them down.
Nice, man.
I'm still a little sick, so I keep muting the call.
That's all good, man. At least you own it, dog. You know, it's mad appreciated.
Except for my recording software for Scarcasm. First of all, it's been messed up on me for the last 2 shows. I have not uploaded the last show because I'm listening to the show, listen to the beginning, and I realized that it's kind of skipping a little bit. Like, there's, Chase asked me, like, what was missing? I was like, I only realized it was skipping because I remember what I said. So it was just kind of skipping around, and that was a conversation. We had Scott on the show, and
shout out to Nemesis Prime.
That was a 2. No, don't shout out Nemesis Prime. My man actually said, and I'm gonna spoil a little bit on the show because I'm gonna put the show up anyway. But I haven't had the time to record the disclaimer at the beginning. My man said that he took the day off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he could go see Billy Joel.
What?
My man took the day off so that he could go see Billy Joel. And I'm like, Billy Joel? Like, I know that he's in this whole, he's reclaiming his whiteness thing because he's probably one of the blackest white dudes I know of. And he's in the process of reclaiming his whiteness. But, like, bruh, you took the day off so you can go see Billy Joel? What is this? Like,
I don't know, man.
I mean, it took everything in me to not say, who are you?
Right, you know what I mean? Because Scott, when you listen to him, when you hear him talk, like he doesn't. It doesn't.
Nah, man. Scott's been going to, like, concerts with these, like, death metal bands and stuff like that, and him and Awakened Heathen are, like, talking about, oh man, you went to see so and so, and they're like talk to each other, and I'm like, man, this is some boo. But yeah, my man said that he went to go see Billy Joel. I was like, you gotta be out your damn mind.
Man, dog. See, that reminds me, man, of just see, that's a little extra, dog. You know, I don't take off for games really. I don't take off for movies. I don't really take off for a lot of stuff, right? But
I have. The only game that I would really take off for is Mass Effect. I did not take off for Andromeda. I mean, you can. I mean, depending on your level of hate for Andromeda, you can say that was maybe a good thing or a bad thing. I wish I could. I wish I could. I wish I could have. But I will take off for Mass Effect. Like that's the one game that I think I would actually take a day off for.
Word up, word up, word up, man. So you know, speaking of taking off, man, I went clean on them. Yesterday last week after the show, I trimmed everything down, dog. So
I ain't cut mine off. Forget it. I'm just gonna let it grow. I'm gonna trim off the top a little bit.
Right.
I'm gonna trim off the top a little bit. I'm gonna let the rest of it grow. I'm gonna see how much I can grow. See, here's the problem though. I can't grow under here because it itches too bad, and I'm like, I gotta cut it.
You can get through it. You get through it. What you got to do? The key is shampoo, like regular shampoo, that thing, and moisturizer. That's the key. That's the key, because if you keep trying to use like facial soap or whatever, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. So, but that's the key to get through it. So, I'm participating in No Shade November. I do every year, and yeah, my wife said I look like a teenage alien all last week.
Yeah, see, like here's the thing, right? All right, so I'm already very large and I'm very dark. And if I cut all of this off,
what up, Keith?
Kind of look like a monkey.
You know, my wife said that too, but I'm like, baby, that's kind of racist because you know she's mixed, she's white and black. I'm like,
I mean, I kind of look like a gorilla. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. It makes me look very gorilla-ish. And Keith said no joke chat. You know, I guess he must have listened to the amp.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I listened to that, man. Y'all boys, I know y'all crazy, right?
That man, it is what it is, bro. Like I don't even know. Like I mean, I had fun, and I had fun just like derailing that whole thing. Like that was the fun part to me, and right. you know those my dudes. You know, I've actually met AA, so that's I met AA a couple of times.
Right. You guys met up late twice.
Yeah. So yeah, man. So I'm like I say, I was just happy that that they decided 2 hours before the show that it was that I was the person to call.
Right. I mean, because clearly you have been on their mind the whole week prior. Right. They just failed to let you know until 2 hours before the show.
Correct.
Right.
So yeah, there was some conversations had. I thought it was fun for all.
It was.
There was some real stuff happening. There was some fun stuff, and there was all kinds of stuff. It was everything. Like it was an action-packed podcast.
I'm gonna tell you, man. If I had to choose between a donkey on a rope or a dog with his head run over, I'm choosing a dog every time. Every time.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Every time, dog. Every time.
It's the thing, right? It's the thing, like what they were talking about on the Levitar show. Which, oh man, shout out to Bo. Like they said that Bo has the lowest ratings of any ESPN radio show in history. But then again, Bo ain't never there. They always asking him to do other stuff, and then they have Clinton like fill in for him and other people and all this kind of stuff. He ain't never there. He's like there. He's there like maybe 2 or 3 times a week at this point.
Here's the thing. I don't even see Bo on there most of the time. Like I'll see him on there every now and then on and around the horn, right? But he ain't even on there. But when he is on there and you give him free reign to talk about what he wants to talk about, it's pretty enlightening. So a lot of times it's like when I'm on Sugar Free's show, right? I get pigeonholed because I come on because we met talking about games, but all he wants to do is talk about games with me. But I'm more diverse than that, right? So the same thing I think happens to Bo a lot.
Yeah. And then, like, no matter what Bo talks about, someone tries to make it seem like he's talking about race stuff, and it was like, well, I didn't say anything racial. Like, where did you hear that? Right. So it's one of those. And then also,
he do be dropping hints, though. He be dropping hints. But there was a Lebertard thing where someone said, would you sell your dog for $20,000? And and then
Le Batard was basically saying that this thing is, it's almost separated across racial lines because we don't think about dogs the way other people think about dogs.
You about right.
Like, someone says they're gonna give me $20,000 for my dog. Where can I drop him off? Like, what I mean? Like, it's not even.
Do you want his walking gear? Because I can give you his collar and his little harness.
Oh, you want the crate? I mean, I just want the crate.
I got the baggies. You need the baggies? It come in a little bone. Like, what
I got his certificate that he completed his his training, and
I even got the tracker on him. Like, you need the the GPS.
Yeah, there's the chip information. I got some chip information. I got all this for you. Like, all this. But like just the idea that someone asked that question and without even thinking, I'm like, hell yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah. 20,000.
Go ahead.
I mean, because I lost my job, $20,000 is more than I made all last year. So hell yeah, like that dog is out of here.
Hey, Simpson said the same thing. He said, "Look, I'm selling that dog with a bow on it. Like he gonna put a bow on that bad boy.
I'm gonna gift wrap that dog. I mean, I'm gonna poke some holes, but I'm gift wrap. I'm gift wrapping dogs that day, dog.
Right, exactly. Like he coming through breathing just out 2 little slits. Just you can see the paper moving in and out. But I understand that. Like I said, I mean, my wife would be mad, but and I like Ubi a lot, but that's 20 G.
I only know one black person that I know personally that would not take that deal.
Really?
That's my sister. She loves her dogs. Like, loves her dogs.
Yeah.
They are definitely, like, her dogs are definitely members of her family. I am never going to see an animal as a member of my family.
Well, see, shout outs to my coworker, Alicia. You remember the redhead when we came with her. She has 2 dogs at the house, man, and she doesn't have any kids. And so that is her family. And so she would never, ever, 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 ever consider that. So, to say use that money, buy 4 other dogs, and see if I can sell them for 20 G's a pop. Hashtag Atlanta. Trying to get that hustle up.
Pretty much. Or you can buy some dogs. Go buy you some more dogs and breed them junks and like make it
right.
Get your kennel on. Not a bad news kennel, but like get your kennel on.
Right. Hey, it's a definite possibility, dog. Like, look here, man. These dogs coming in and out of this joint. You know what I'm saying? They coming in and out of this jank, and I'm gonna try to find a way to capitalize on that as much as I can, man. So, but yeah, man. So, you got anything else on that? Because I got a couple of other things.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you. I missed all of the Extra Life stuff this weekend because I had my daughter with me, and we spent all Saturday. Like, bruh, I was so sick. Like, I felt so bad. Like, I felt physically. I know I was physically ill. I almost hurled twice because my daughter decided she wanted to finish Life is Strange. And when she plays Life is Strange, because it's for someone much older than her, I kind of supervise so I can clarify and like
right.
Well, she said like there's parts where stuff was happening, like early on there's a girl that is going to harm herself.
Right.
And my daughter just didn't understand why, because they didn't actually say what happened. They just inferred what happened to her.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. The Christian girl.
Yeah, and she just didn't get it at all. Which was what I mean, so I was just there. I didn't realize my volume was still on, my bad. So I was there for that. And so she basically played the last 3 episodes.
Oh,
now keep in mind.
Oh, that's tough.
She's 9.
Yep, that's tough. That's a long conversation, buddy.
She doesn't have a really good grasp on third-person controls.
Oh, that's tough.
And when you're watching someone play a third person game, even like first person games, like there's times when I'm watching someone, like I'm watching a video about like upcoming stuff in Destiny, and the person is just talking over them playing the game. I feel sick. Like I mean, for some reason, I still get motion sick. It just doesn't happen with me because I understand where I'm going and how I'm flowing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I understand how I'm flowing with it.
Get it. Oh, don't hurt him. No, he just. You look like DJ Clue over there, or DJ Cleve.
Yeah, but I understand. But so I have basically cured my motion sickness by learning how to follow what I'm doing with my eyes.
Right.
But I can't do that when I don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
So man, I was so sick, but I had to sit there and watch it. Because, and then also, of course, because she's 9, there's a lot of the puzzles that
all right, Chase.
She's not Chase. You know, a lot of the puzzles, you know, it took her a minute, and a couple of them I had to do for her because she's 9.
Right.
And you know, like that was like one of those things where and so like, and there's things that she's messing up on and having to rewind and messing up and having to rewind, having to, you know, over and over again. So this was like all day Saturday.
Man, I don't understand why she got into that game. Like, I don't understand why
she watched the YouTube video.
I don't understand still though. Like, it's way past her level of maturity.
One of her favorite YouTubers was playing the game, and then when she saw that I had it, she said, "Daddy, I want to play." And then that's when I asked a couple of people, and they said that it's, you know, it's a lot of language. Some of it is a little bit too far, but it's not like it's all like super mature rated for a reason. It's just kind of like some of it is like subject matter. So I was there to supervise for the subject matter.
Right. No, that's good. It's good. I'm glad you did, man. I'm glad you did.
And of course, I mean, I'm her father, so I wasn't that worried about the language.
Right. You're right.
So yeah.
So that was your extra life experience. So my extra life experience was a lot more in depth. I tried to get in. I tried to start early, but on Saturday I had some things to do, family errands to go run and stuff. So I didn't get to sit down till like 10:30 in the morning. I was supposed to start at 8:30, but I didn't get the chance to start till 10:30. And I all day, Middle Earth Shadow of War all day on the PS4. It was great. I had a really good time, man. I got in. I did a lot of stuff. I got to a point, and it was so great. Like, a lot of my captains or a lot of the people I dominated ended up betraying me. So, man, your boy had to be ready. And this isn't even like story. This is just random people. I ran into an event and they were supposed to ambush someone else, and they had like 5 people turn on me at once. So I was like, what in the world is going on? So it ended up being quite interesting. I enjoyed that game. If you like Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War is even better. With all the betrayals and stuff like that, man, it is so good. And then Saturday, so we'll talk about Sunday morning, then we'll talk about Sunday after late morning and then early morning a little later. Cause all right, so Sunday I got up, and then I started. Once I got back and stuff, I started playing some games. I started playing Cuphead. So I don't know why I skipped this. Dog, I played. Listen. I played 3 of the hardest games you could play in a row. I played Cuphead for an hour. I turned around and played Ninja Gaiden Black for the original Xbox, backwards compatible. Then I turned around and played this new game on PC called Fury. And it's like
you said you were interested in that. You said you had just got you won it, right?
Yeah. No, I actually picked it up. It was like $9. Yeah, I bought it. So, man, let me tell you, I did okay in Cuphead. I did all right at Cuphead. I kept dying for a second, and then my youngest son came in, and then I ended up beating 2 bosses in that time, and that was about it. I shut it down, and then I got in that Ninja Gaiden Black, and I really didn't want to stop playing that, man. That game is sticking good, boy. Even now.
It's awesome. It's just not for me.
Man, you right. But that original Xbox, boy, that was a monster, dude. It was a monster.
Yeah, the Xbox made me think outside of just sports games.
Yeah, it's great, man.
That's what happened with me. I was primarily, before the Xbox, I was a sports gamer. I would play Madden, I would play Game Day, I would play Live. Like, those were the primary games that I played. And then I got, like I've told the story many times, but I had some friends, they wanted to play Halo, and then, like, when someone explains Halo to you and you've never seen it and you've never heard of it, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, that sounds stupid. And then they put me in the multiplayer and they put the work on your boy. So I went and got a payday loan and bought me an Xbox, and then I sold my PS2. So
I mean, here's my thing, man. Like, that game is still good to this day. The upscaling that they did a little bit on the backwards compatibility for the original Xbox, like, the frames are really tight. Even though when I was streaming, it was weird because I was streaming to my PC, and then from the PC I was streaming out, so there was a lot of lag. So and so I ended up saying, all right, y'all, I got to stop. So I had to stop, even though, I had to stop on Cuphead, because Cuphead, that was a problem. I was playing on the stream, and I was like, man, I couldn't get it. The second I stopped playing streaming and went actually to my box in the living room, which is right out over there, and played for a game, it was done. It was done. Like, I beat the boss on my first try. So it was like, well, I obviously there is a delay, there's a lag here, but man, those 3 games in a row, dog, were ridiculous. They're like 3 of the toughest games. And then I took a little break for the day, and I was gonna play. I had Battlefield 1, I had Destiny 2, Titanfall 2, Witcher 3 DLC, all lined up. You know what I played? Mass Effect Andromeda.
I'm trying so hard not to go back to it. I'm trying so hard, but see, and so I want to play again.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
I want to play again as her, because I had more fun playing as her than I did him.
Yeah, she's Frida Wolf. She does great, man. She's like my favorite voice actress on this thing, man. She's really good, and I just like it because she's a sassy black lady, but in real life she's not a sassy black lady. But that's
the same way I am with Saints Row. Like, I'll play Saints Row, and then, like, I play through the game as, like, the me representative. Right. And then when I play again, and I'm like, and I know that I'm going to be a total jerk to everybody, I make a big black lady.
Right.
I make
that grandma style, that grandma rebuttal.
Not necessarily grandma. Is very auntie.
Auntie, okay. Very auntie. Yeah.
And for some reason, I kind of like it when she has a British accent. Just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that's always fun. And so I love doing that. Oh man, I can't wait for Saints Row isn't backwards compatible yet, is it?
Man, I don't know. It depends on which one. Because one or two of them, I think Saints Row 2 is.
Okay. Saints Row 2 is my favorite of the games. So okay, so that would be awesome. But see, here's the problem.
Yeah.
I have Saints Row 2 for PS3.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, that's the problem. But I will buy it. I will. If it's backwards compatible and I can play Saints Row 2, I will totally buy Saints Row 2.
Where up?
It'll go down. I have 3. I have 1 and 3. I have 1 and 3 on 360. And go from there. I did play 2 on 360, but it was rented, so I sent it back.
Dog, let me tell you, I don't want to change the subject, but do you know they have the original Shinobi that came out on Sega that was re-released on Xbox Live? They have that original game on the backwards compatibility list. I love that game.
That's awesome. I remember playing the arcade joint though.
Oh yeah, with the throwing the stars,
throwing the stars, and you just sit there just tapping the shit out of the box.
That used to be the jam, dog. That used to be jam, boy.
Yeah, that used to be everything. Like playing on the arcade. That's what. I was never a Sega guy, so that's all I know, the arcade stuff. But yeah, that's awesome. I would play that just so I could do it. If they got Ninja Stars in there, then I'll do that. If they ain't got the ninja stars, then I ain't about that life.
No, I understand. I think the Sega version did not really have the ninja star, but I know the arcade junk did. I know the arcade for sure had it, but I don't recall if I was ever really good enough on the home version to get it.
Well then, nah,
B. But no, man, it's greatness. So I'm sitting here looking at the text list of all of the backwards compatible games, and Saints Row 4 is backwards compatible.
Yeah, but they re-released Saints Row 4, and then they gave it to us for free on Xbox Live Gold. So
and Saints Row the 3rd.
Well, was it 4? I think it was 4 that they gave us. I don't really like. Well, Saints Row the 3rd is okay. I like Saints Row 3rd. Saints Row the 3rd. But 4 I didn't really like because I didn't like the crackdownification of it.
Right.
I still don't.
So look. All right. I'm just gonna say it since we're 30 minutes in. Actually, before we get to it, I'm gonna say, look. So for well, I'll wait. So since we're talking about games, look, I had to cancel my Xbox One pre-order. So I had to cancel it because
you were getting it for the resale value, and then they was like, man, the resale value ain't really gonna be what it's all cracked up to be. Yeah. So I mean, I 100% understand that.
Yeah, and so and also, man, just bills and stuff, man. So, but yeah, and you're right. The resale value wasn't what I thought it was going to be, even though it's the Project Scorpio edition, and it would have probably been eventually. I don't really have that type of money to be betting on an eventuality.
You don't have the money and you don't have the time.
Right, exactly. You're right. So I had to cancel it, but it wasn't for lack of being interested in the console, right? Man, I'm telling you, for people who do get it, it's going to be a monster. Straight up and down.
I've heard really. Okay, so here's the thing. I haven't heard a whole lot about it, but I have heard a little bit. And for everyone who's had it has said, this is going to be my console of choice going forward.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have a 4K, if you don't have 4K HDR, just wait.
Well, here's the thing. So here's the truth of the matter. The truth is, even if you have just a 1080p TV, you're going to be able to see some differences with the super sampling that they're going to be using.
Hey, if you ain't got that HDR, don't even worry about it.
But okay, Mike standing firm, and Simpson said while he over here awaiting greatness. But listen, man. So like I said, I think it's going to be a monster for people. It's going to give you a PC level experience. Again, a high end PC level experience on a console. It's going to be great for $500. $500. So it's going to be good. So, but again, like me, I'm probably just going to build another PC and call it good. But that's where I'm at with it right now. Right now, I got a PS4. I have an Xbox One. I have my PC. I'm set. So that's pretty much what it is. My oldest boy was asking for an Xbox One X. I'm like, come on, dog. And then I thought about it. And I was like, how can I even tell him I can't get him one and I'm gonna get one? So I was like, nah, we good. Thing is, he already has an Xbox One, so he doesn't need an X. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking either I am getting my daughter an Xbox One, or I am buying an S and I'm giving her mine.
Man, the S's, look, Target is gonna have them for $189 on Black Friday, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like the ads, some of the ads are already out, and the PS4 is the Slim, not the Pro, is $199. So they're gonna be out there. They're gonna be cheap, and it's gonna come with like 2 or 3 games. They're gonna be affordable. So you definitely want to jump out there and get it, man. Just if you want to, I would say take a look at it because I hear really good things about the S. So so go ahead and do that, man. Take advantage of that. But just when you do take advantage of it, don't do like I did this week playing Extra Life. I didn't really take that many breaks. So here's what happened. So I was rolling along Sunday morning, when I got up, and I was like, man, we was getting ready to go to church. I was getting ready to come back and finish playing and stuff. And I had chest. My chest was hurting. I had like chest pain and stuff. And I'm like, what is going on? You know, I raised my arm up above my head and stuff, you know, stuck my tongue out, smiled, did all of the stuff, you know. And I told the guy what was going on. I went to the doctor and stuff. Man, I got, what did I get? I got a EKG. I got a chest x-ray. And went in and sit and talked to them. They drew some blood and stuff. They took some fluids. Everything is fine. Just happened because I started my program this week, but it didn't feel like this. They said that it was like my chest wall or whatever, just because I've been doing a lot of cardiovascular stuff with this Insanity Max 30, which is a ridiculous program. Okay. I mean, ridiculous. But since I was doing all of that, and you know, my chest wall was breathing in and out, it was expanding and contracting more than normal, and so it felt like I was having chest pressure, but it wasn't. It's just going back to normal from doing all the expanding and contracting all week. That's all it was. They call it like abnormal chest wall pain. That's all it is. Okay. That's it. So I went to the doctor, and I think it came from me not taking that many breaks. So I'm just going to tell people, take breaks. Take breaks. But here's the thing. I worked out again this morning, did the same program. Everything's perfectly fine. so it was just expanding in and out. So it was and this weekend was actually my break days. So you have 2 break days at the end of the week. So you really put in 5 days of work, 5 to 6 days of work, because the 6th day can be a rest day or it could be a stretch day. You could do a stretch disc, right? So
yeah. I need to get back on some sort of a routine. With my car not being what it is, what it's, you know, I've been having some issues, and these are issues that I kind of caused myself. So first of all, I have a membership to Planet Fitness, but the Planet Fitness is on the other side of the city. I can't really get there. And also, since my car has not been working right, I can't really just like go to the store and get the stuff that I want to, because the Walmart and stuff like that is down 100 road from where you were.
Oh, like, yeah.
So there's a neighborhood market that's closer, but I want to go to the Walmart. I ain't trying to go to the neighborhood market, because I mean, what if I want some draws? You know what I'm saying?
What if you want some more? Not your. What is it? Not your mama's apple pie?
Exactly. I mean, they probably have it at the neighborhood market though. That one. Right. But like, so is that, so like when I want something, I just kind of walk over to Family Dollar or Dollar General, because they all right here. Yeah, but they ain't really got no food in there. It's just a whole bunch of junk.
Dog, they got breakfast cereal, and then they got like mini bags of chips. And then they got like them crackers with like the peanut butter or the cheese.
Right. They don't really have anything that's actually any good for you. So while I'm stuck here and I can't really leave and go to the gym and all that other stuff, and I can only go buy junk.
You right.
I've really messed myself up. Like I really messed myself up. Like it's been really bad. Like, I mean, I'm starting to have performance issues, and that's not good.
Oh yes, that's definitely problematic, dog. That's definitely problematic.
Yeah. So I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of this at all. I'm thinking about, as soon as this is done, I'm about to go run some laps around this facility real quick. Like,
just get it in what you can do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do what I can do, player.
Right.
So it's really just not
good.
It's just really not good, and I really need my car fixed. Like, seriously.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Definitely, dog. We need to see what we can do about that, man. Look, man, I was worried about Knox on Sunday though, man, because they said that some people walked to a church and just opened fire, dog.
Bruh, I ain't even know nothing about it, right? So I was on my way to take Pooh Bear back. So I hadn't really been on social media much. I hadn't really watched much TV. I mean, I don't really watch much TV anyway. So we going, and then we had to stop because people had to go to the bathroom and such. And Pooh Bear said she was hungry, so we stopped at a McDonald's. I was gonna get her some nuggets, and we was gonna call this a day. So I go back, like I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I scared a lady by accident. So I'm walking past, and I'm like, okay, I might as well go to the bathroom. So I'm walking to the bathroom, and I see it on the TV, like somebody opened fire in the church.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and so I'm walking, and there's a lady who's on her break. She works there, and she's sitting on the side. And I say, "Damn, they shoot niggas in church now!" Like, and that was just my immediate response. You know what I mean?
Man,
like, that was just my immediate response, and I don't think she wasn't prepared for that. It's like she was looking at her phone. She had a little laptop and stuff there. She was sitting there on her break, probably on her lunch break. But like she was like, "Whoa!" Like I was like, I'm like, no, they're shooting people at church.
Right. Man, it's crazy because he was discharged from the army for bad behavior. I can't remember the actual term, but he was discharged for that. And they say that if the Air Force would have communicated to officials what he was discharged for, that he wouldn't have been able to acquire said firearm. But he went in with like a vest and everything, and killed 26 people, man. And this is a town of only like 300 and some odd people, man. It's not a big town by any stretch.
Yeah, if it's only that many people in the town, like that's a chunk.
Yeah, in Sutherland Springs, they did the math the other day on the news. They said it was 7% of the population of the town.
And see, here's the problem with it. Here's the problem with all of this. Like, when stuff like this happens, the problem is everybody rushes to politicize it. Mm-hmm. But there needs to be some politicizing, because like there's no reason why this dude should have been able to get a gun in the first place. And then, there's no reason why he should have been able to get a gun in the first place. And then, though, on top of that, like the fact that he had the vest and all of this other stuff, like, bruh, does somebody register any of this? Like, if somebody buys a, one of those, a vest of that sort, that should be logged somewhere, and somebody should be paying attention to that. And
right, yeah.
Yeah, like, and then, but we live in a climate where everyone's talking about like, oh, don't over politicize this, but you got people politicizing on both sides, and they're both not willing to listen to each other. Like, you got the left saying, yo, we need some better gun control, and we need, we need some mental health stuff attached to all of this, all of the stuff that they're trying to make changes to with the health insurance and all of that other stuff. Like, we need to add some of this stuff to that. Right. But then you got the people on the right that's just like, no, you're not going to take our guns away. But that's not what we're talking about. I don't want to take your guns away. I just want people like him to have less access to them, invests in whatever else that he had. Like, right. One, I don't want to take your guns away. And like, as much as y'all talked about Obama, y'all still got your guns. In fact, gun sales went up. So like,
crazy, man.
At what point can our country have a rational conversation about some of these things and try to get something done? Because these mass shootings are horrific, and at the end of the day, like, the only time y'all want to talk about it is when it's a Muslim driving a car, killing people by driving a car. But like, white man shoots up a country concert, and it's not about the guns, and it's not about mental health. What is it?
I mean, to be fair, it was about the butt stock. It was about the butt stock. They brought that up.
It was about the stock, but that went away real fast. And the bump stock. You said butt.
My bad. I did say bump. I said butt stock. You're right.
Yeah, and I saw. I don't know how true it is, but I saw someone was talking about a YouTube video where sales of bump stocks went up after that. Probably because more people became aware of them.
Well, no, probably because people are afraid they're going to take them away.
Yeah,
right.
So it's
you even had the NRA saying, yeah, that's fine. We can do away with some of those, the availability of those. So that's why people went up. Scarcity of supply sparks demand. So
yeah, and it's all a thing where someone said this. You know, I was watching some like conspiracy theory people talk around the time when anthrax was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they was just like, yo, you do realize that they just keep coming up with new stuff so you'll go buy stuff, right? Like all of this stuff is so you can go buy stuff. Something happens and your immediate response is, I need to go buy something to protect myself, whether it's a gas mask, whether it's a new gun, whether it's a bump stock, whether it's canned foods and stuff because of the thing on Facebook where the government was supposed to be testing EMPs or something like that. Like all of this is designed to make you buy stuff. Like the more they can scare you into buying stuff. Like, you know, people were when the swine flu and the bird flu and all that kind of stuff came out. Let's be honest, nobody bought the swine flu. They turned it into the bird flu. It was the same flu. I don't care what nobody said.
Different strands, Mike. Different strands. You know.
No, you can call it different strands, but they came out with the swine flu, and everybody was like, "Well, I don't eat no pigs anyway. We good." And then it was like, "No, it's a bird flu. There's birds everywhere, isn't it?"
Avian now. It's avian now.
It's the avian flu. Like, and then and then like people like literally during that epidemic, you know, finger quotes for the people who are listening on the podcast, like people were walking around with SARS masks on.
You right. They were. You know
what I mean? And then like, you know, then the Ebola thing happened, but only the black people died. And then the Zika was like, oh my God, it's the Zika virus and stuff like that. Like, come on, man. Like every time something happens, the only thing they want you to do is go buy stuff because you think you're protecting yourself. Really, they're just coming up with the next thing that's gonna make you go buy stuff.
Remember
Y2K?
Yeah, I do remember Y2K. That was quite a fiasco.
Right, quite a fiasco. I actually ended up getting Windows ME to protect myself.
What?
Y2K. On one of my computers.
Bless your heart. You should never admit that you have Windows Millennium Edition in any capacity. You should keep that.
I'm not even gonna lie, it happened. It got me a little bit. I wasn't thinking that anything was gonna happen, but it was a just in case. You know what I mean?
I hear you, man. But hey, man, seriously. So you know the thoughts and prayers are with the family in Sutherland Springs, because I was listening to the news and they said
thoughts and prayers to the people. Thoughts and prayers to the people affected by all of this, whether it's the people who were slain, and for their families and everything else. We need more words and action from the people who can do something about this. The thoughts and prayers are not doing anything. The thoughts and prayers aren't helping anybody. Like, I'm sorry, they're not helping anybody.
See, here's the thing. Look, here, thoughts and prayers are for people who are distant and can't do anything. Like me, I'm in a financial situation, so I can't get my money. I can't get my time. So what can I do?
Yeah, I used to do the whole spirit fingers thing for a long time, and then I realized that was just me being a jerk. Instead of saying thoughts and prayers, I would say spirit fingers. Because I mean, it's all in the scheme of things, it's all just the same, right?
Not necessarily, but the intention, the heart of it, I guess. The heart of it, yeah.
I mean, spirit fingers mean just as much. But so like we have to do something about this. Like I don't think guns are the problem, right? I don't think guns are the problem.
Guns are inanimate objects, man.
Yeah. I think the psyche of this country is broken.
Well, yeah, man. Anytime you can't tell someone that they're wrong on something, or like, look, man, I think you basing this on something that's not fact, or hold on, man, how can you generalize over here, but then accuse somebody else when they generalize? Like when you see these walking contradictions of thought processes, and you try to call people on, and they get mad, and they don't want to hear you, they don't even want to have a conversation about it. Well, you had a really bad point.
I've been sharing stuff on Facebook where like people have been they've been catching people in like contradictions And it's not even like they're saying like, oh, you know, when this happens, like, let's not overly politicize this stuff and try to make it about something that is not. And then they go back to what happened when the guy ran over the people, and of course he was a Muslim dude. Now all of a sudden it's a completely different situation. It's like, this was just a couple weeks ago, bruh. So like, what are you doing? Like, you're saying we shouldn't overly politicize this, but you did already.
Right, you did, yeah, and it's gonna continue to happen, man. But look, I'll say this, man. I'll say this: the problem with our country, man, is that people are willing to sacrifice other people to get what they want. People are willing to say, okay, I'd rather keep my guns, but because I have guns, I know no one's gonna really shoot me. Like that's where the conversation boils down to. They're willing to sacrifice other people to get what they want. I know that's kind of broad. I know that's an overgeneralization, but what it boils down to is that people don't want to have the necessary conversations. B, people are very inconsistent. They are not consistent when they hold a viewpoint, when they say things. That's just how it is. They're just not very consistent. And C, look, man, I need for people to understand that hate somebody.
Vegas was less than 2 months ago, but I was talking about the dude in New York that ran over the people.
Yeah, right. And Simpson said, just limit guns. I need people with muskets. Right, and that's what the thing is. You need to. Here's the thing: if you limit legal access, if you restrict more legal access to guns, that's fine. Go ahead and do that. But understand that all you're going to do is push people toward a black market, toward an unregulated market of acquisition. So you need to build in safeguards for that. That's all.
But you know what? No, I'm not even gonna roll like that. I'm gonna tell you like this. Let somebody who is clearly mentally unhinged go to the black market and see what happens.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna happen the same. Okay, so
but some of these people aren't truly unhinged, because look at the amount of detail in their planning. So some of them aren't really that unhinged. They just have a devious intention, right? So, right. But go ahead.
I was about to change the subject because I saw something on Facebook that I would really like to discuss.
Okay, bring it on.
I seen somebody make a cake, right?
Oh, here we go.
So how they make this cake? It is a 2-layer cake with pies in the middle of each layer of the cake.
What? 2 layer.
So yes, they made the first layer. They put some batter on the bottom. They put a pecan pie.
Here we go, man. We know better than this.
Look, I know, but it's pecan, whatever you want to call it. But they put a pecan pie in it. Pecan for pretentious people.
For people who grew up with literal pecan trees. But go ahead.
Yeah. So and then they put some more over top of it and they baked it. And then the second layer. Now this one I would switch it up if I made it myself. They put a pumpkin pie in it. That ain't really my thing. But then they made some whipped frosting and all that kind of stuff and put it and made a cake. And then when you cut the cake, there's pie in the middle of your cake.
Why is that extra? That is perfectly extra right there. That's way too much, dog.
But no, brother, there is pie. There's pie in the middle of your cake.
You know, I'm down for that. I'm down for. But what do you do?
I want to try it. With the exception of the pumpkin pie. Like, no, we can't really do that. We can't do that. Like, you know what? Put a patty pie in the middle and we good.
Right. A patty pie? Okay.
Yeah, put a patty pie on the instead of the pecan. Do you know I saw this in Walmart yesterday. I went to Walmart yesterday because I was with my girl and she had her car. I went and I'm on my way out of Walmart and they got family size patty pies, bruh.
What?
It's a patty pie, but larger.
Oh yeah, kind of like the oatmeal cream pies when you get the really big ones.
Yeah, yeah. But let's be honest, the bigger ones, it's kind of.
I don't know. You got to get the right ones. You got to get
the big oatmeal cream pies are only really, I mean, cream pies. But the big ones are only good depending on how fast you eat it. The slower you eat it, the worse it gets. It's the big oatmeal cream pies. Are it's like candy corn, dog.
Nah, man, no. I can't let it ride like that. You guys have been too egregious on the assault on candy corn. I'm a fan of candy corn. I'm also a fan of them pinwheels.
Wait. Hold on. I am a strong proponent of candy corn.
Okay, my bad. It just sounded as if
but we all understand the more candy corn you eat in one sitting, the worse it gets.
Well, yeah, law of diminishing returns. I mean, that's economics 101. Economics 101. But yeah.
So that's where we at with that. I am a fan of candy corn. I think that the people who hate on candy corn are communists. Like I think if you don't like candy corn, you might be one of those commies. But let me but here's the thing. I was stuck here and I could not go to the store and get good candy corn. And especially I couldn't go the day after Halloween and get all of the good
for half off.
I couldn't get it because I couldn't go nowhere. So I had to go to Family Dollar and the Dollar General, and they only have kind of the cheapish candy corn.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get the harvest mix. Like I want the Indian corn and I want them pumpkins. Them pumpkins.
Yeah, the pumpkin's pretty good. The pumpkin's pretty good.
Here's the thing about candy corn and the Indian corn and them pumpkins. Cheap holiday mix is not what's hot on these streets, bro.
No, bro.
You gotta get them. You gotta get them Brocks.
Right. It's only one though.
You gotta get you some Brocks. Like it should be a thing like Jello. You know, like what we call all gelatin Jello. Like we should call all candy corn Brocks. Like if you ain't got no Brocks, you ain't got no candy corn.
It's not generic. It's not generic, right? It's like all just Clorox.
Yeah.
And all tissue paper is Kleenex. Like that's just how it is.
Exactly. So like we need to do that. Like that's what we, you know.
All right, Simpson's about to get that right now. That cake pie game. He said it's like making dope in a crock pot with the cake and the pies.
That's right. That's right. No, it's so good. But yeah, that's just how on these streets. So I have a confession to make.
All right, bring it.
Now this is something that we've talked about for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy RimWorld.
Finally. You finally pause.
Because here's the thing. Because I've been stuck here, I kind of have in like I just got to upgrade at work so I get paid more money.
Right.
So I kind of have a little bit more money than I'm used to.
I mean, it's only $30, man, for the game. You can take it.
Exactly. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna buy like one of the places for my vape stuff. They just came out with 2 of the most glorious flavors ever.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ride out on this. They just came out with grape candy.
Word.
And something that you may not be as cool with is grape menthol. I'm about to buy them grapes, dog. It's about to go bam. Okay. I'm about to get on them things. I'm about to get on them things real soon. I got sent the email and I'm like, word. Like let me go ahead and get Pooh Bear home. Yeah, and I'm about to do that. Like that's about to get done. As soon as this show is over, which is real soon. As soon as this show is done, that's gonna get done.
So done. So you gonna have your cake and your pie at the same time, basically, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. You know what? Dollar E-Juice Club, their apple pie flavor is not that bad.
Okay. Word up. Well, man, you got anything else for the people? Because we got to get up out of here.
Man, just oh my god. I just pulled up the website because I'm really about to do this. They also have a berry peach menthol.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to do this.
Do what you do.
You know what? I'm gonna do a sample. I'm gonna do a sample pack. I ain't putting $10 on that. Like, no, I'm gonna see how that one go. So I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know when they get here. But yeah, man, shout out to the people, man. Shout out to the people, man. I know that there's been quite a few people that haven't been around lately. Mm-hmm. Probably because we lost a few people with the 45 and the kneeling and all of that other stuff.
That's fine.
And no, it's not fine because I'm trying to be a good dude, but y'all make me upset, and I kind of lost it, and I feel bad that I kind of lost it because I think a lot of my point got lost because I was upset. But for those who are still around, whether you listen live or you listen later, thank you for still being here. Because you know, if I was on the other side of this issue, I'm not sure if I would still be here. So you're better than me.
Word up. Word up. Well, look, man, I do have a few shout outs. Y'all know how I roll. Dang it. And I just closed that screen. But I do have a few shout outs. So shout out to my number one, to my dude Darren. He hit me up, and he was just back in class. I hadn't seen him for a couple of weeks because he was doing a class that I actually have to do in January. And so he was out. Of course,
that's the one you do locally?
Yeah. Exactly. It's another local one. My next 3 may actually be local, just because continuing resolutions and all. But so shout outs to him. Shout outs to Devious Mr. Matt for retweeting us out. Y'all check him out and his new show. Him, Mike from Gamers in Beta, and Ruiner, or AKA Jeremy from the Dad's Getting Grounded podcast. They have a new show called Bad Fodder Figures, and they play Player Unknown Battlegrounds, or PUBG, very poorly, and it's quite hilarious.
Puig for the people who don't like them to try to figure out how to pronounce it.
Yeah. So you can do that, and also shout outs to Permanoob, because as I was streaming on Saturday, he ended up hosting me on his channel, man. So I really appreciate that. He quite enjoyed it. I had a good time. He was telling me, he was communicating with me that people couldn't hear me and my mic wasn't set up right, so I had to get that set up. But then we got it all set up, got it all rolling. Shout outs to everyone who joined us live, Chase, Keith, and my boy Simpson. We really appreciate it. And man, that's really about it, man. So everybody, thank you so much for watching and or listening to us. Go out there, check us out. Still, please donate to Extra Life. I did all that playing, didn't raise nan dime. So we still out there. I actually got games to give away for people who donate. I got some tables for Pinball FX3 is the new version now. It used to be FX2, but it's a new version. Of course, you download the base game for free, and all your old tables come over. But I do have quite a few codes to give away. I have like 7 or 8 codes to give away for tables. So yeah, so people donate and do that.
That's all you got? Because I don't play Pinball FX. Like,
yeah, that's all I got, man. Like I said, I was just gifted these, which I'm appreciative for. But if people do want to donate, and then they donate to me through me, then hey, I can reward them with a code. So
okay,
but that's what we got. That's what we got. But everybody, thank you so much for listening to us. Look, we'll be back in front of you next week. Hopefully, it's getting close to Thanksgiving, so we might get to talking about that then. So, all right, y'all, everybody.
Yeah, I'm working on my menu right now.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about menus because I need to talk about. I'm thinking jerk chicken is gonna hit the grill next week on Thanksgiving. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I know it. See what I'm saying? All right,
I don't know about that part. Like, you
look at it. Hey, it's always gonna be turkey, but you know,
I don't do turkey. So
okay, we're gonna talk about it next week. We'll talk about it next week, everybody. We'll be back. Peace out to the Warriors, y'all.
Peace out to the Warriors.